Hi there. Welcome back to the Ellie Shefi Show. I'm an attorney, keynote speaker, strategist, 9-time #1 international bestselling and award-winning author and publisher. Helping people strategically write and publish bestselling books, build businesses, and live life on their own terms is my passion. And that's exactly why I wanted to create this show, to share insights, techniques, and processes I've learned in my 30-plus years of writing, editing, ghostwriting, and publishing. Now, I want this show to be a dialogue, not a monologue. So let's connect. Ask me questions, share your biggest ahas and takeaways, and let me know any topics you would like me to cover in the comments below. How did I get into publishing when I do all the things? Well, it was never the plan. I didn't envision myself as a publisher, but COVID happened. And when COVID happened, several of my closest girlfriends, they're solopreneurs, they're on their own, they have their own business, and their industries were being affected. One was in tourism, another was a dog walker. You know what happened to those. And my actual superpower is as a business strategist. I can help people build businesses out of anything. So when their industries were being affected, I was like, oh ladies, not on my watch. And so on April 5th, 2020, we hopped on a Zoom call. And over the course of the next 3 hours, I was able to help each of them develop a pivot and diversification strategy. They're all still in business today. So at the end of our 3-hour call, they were like, oh my goodness, if you could do this for us, there's 3 million people out there that need your help. You have to write a book. And I said, write a book? I don't have time to write a book. At the time, I was the dean of a law school, the dean of a school of criminology and criminal justice, and the staff attorney to a federal judge. I was pretty busy. But my friends, being my friends, they know I'm all about helping people. And so they hit me where it hurts. They said, but if you could do this for us, like you have a social and moral responsibility to help all these people. You have to write your book. Well, they were right. And so 4 months later, Unlocking Your Superpower, 8 Steps to Turn Your Existing Knowledge, was ready to go out into the world. I'd written the manuscript. I'd created a 75-page workbook that went along with the book to help people build their business step by step by step. And then I needed to find a publisher to help me get this book out into the world. And I didn't know how to find a reputable publisher, and I didn't know the questions to ask. And so I just signed with the first one that I found. But what I found was that they gave me a cover within 24 hours without ever asking me for my manuscript. It looked like a cheesy template that, they got off Fiverr or something. Then they gave me a choice of 6 interior formatting templates that all looked like elementary school textbooks. The fonts were big and curvy, and none of it said professional, and none of it said this is how to build a business. And I just felt really uneasy because this is not the quality of anything that I would want to put my name on. But I think the kicker for me happened when then they were telling me, oh, they'll get the ISBN, they'll copyright the book, they'll load it in their back office, but don't worry, I'll get the royalties. Now, you see, I'm an attorney, and I know how to protect my intellectual property. And the minute they started with, oh, they're gonna copyright it, I was like, oh no. This is my intellectual property, and I'm gonna own it. And so I started digging a little bit deeper into, oh, wait a minute, if my manuscript is housed in their back office and they go belly up, they take my manuscript with them. And there goes my intellectual property. And I dug and I dug and I dug, and I didn't like anything that I was finding. But I'd already given them my money. And it got to the point where, yep, I'd given them a lot of money. But there was no way I was putting my name on any kind of book that they were giving me back. And so I set out to find a new publisher. And the next publisher I found tried the same things. And it was after giving a lot of money to 2 different publishers and being horrified and embarrassed by what they gave me back as my book, I was like, oh no. There has to be a better way. There has to be a way where people can own their intellectual property. There has to be a way where people can maintain control over their manuscript. There has to be a way where there's transparency and people can log in and pull their sales reports. There has to be a way where people could do a promotional post or a sponsored post for their manuscript if they wanted to generate more sales. There had to be a way to get a world-class product that people were proud of, that reflected their mission and their vision and their brand, and that was aligned with the impact they were trying to make. And so I set out to find it. And I created my publishing house. I found the best of the best. I have an interior formatter and a cover designer who's a 16-time international award-winning designer. I have a team of editors who have edited for everyone from Encyclopedia Britannica and NPR and PBS and magazines and books and educational materials and business building and you name it. They've done it. I created a team of ghostwriters who work with the best of the best of the best. And we set out to actually empower our authors to build the business and the brand that they love in a way that reflects who they are, what they value, what their vision and their mission is for their story, for their impact, for their business. And we've done it. And I'm so proud that we have a 100% track record now of best-selling authors, and that each of our authors were empowered with the business plans, the monetization plans, the leverage plans, that they're out there actually building businesses from their books, that they're serving people and impacting the world. It's the greatest honor, and I never would have dreamt on that first Zoom call, April 5th, 2020, where I would have ended up. But it's amazing. So that is how I became a publisher while doing all of the things. And it's such a joy. Now, remember, this show is a dialogue, so I would love to hear from you. And know that your questions and comments will help me determine the topics for future shows. So leave a comment below. Be sure to subscribe and look out for even more amazing content. I'm here to help you strategically write and publish your best-selling book, build your business, and live life on your own terms. See you soon.